Welcome to GS Maths once again. Today I am going to continue with the chapter of indefinite integrals. We are going to do some more types from this chapter. The very first type I would like to discuss today is type number 1. This is the first type of today's lecture. It is ax plus b into under root of cx plus d dx. It's integral I am going to do. It is linear into under root of linear dx. I can write this as this lambda times cx plus d plus mu. Write like this. It can be or this also. It is ax plus b upon under root of cx plus d dx. It can be like this also. Now open the brackets. In both the cases we are going to proceed like this. We are going to follow this method. Ax plus b is c lambda x plus d lambda plus mu. Now compare the coefficients of x and the constant term on both the sides. C lambda equals to a, lambda will be a upon c, then d lambda plus mu equals to b, right? Substitute the value of lambda over here. I get this plus mu equals to b, or mu is b minus dA upon c. I get lambda and mu, substitute over here and then integrate. The question becomes very easy. Hope you have understood the method. It is linear into under root of linear, or it's linear upon under root linear. In both the cases, what we are going to do is ax plus b is lambda times cx plus d plus mu. Then compare coefficients of x and constant term on both sides. Find the value of lambda and mu, substitute here and then integrate. We will discuss one question on this. Now question is integrate 7x minus 2 into under root of 3x plus 2. 3x plus 2 dx. Now linear into under root of linear, it is linear equals to lambda times 3x plus 2 plus mu. Open the brackets. 7x minus 2, 3 lambda x, 2 lambda plus mu. Now compare the coefficients of x and constant terms. 3 lambda की value 7, lambda is 7 by 3, 2 lambda plus mu is minus 2, 2 lambda is 7 by 3 plus mu is minus 2, that is mu equals to minus 2 minus of 14 by 3. This is minus 6 minus 14 by 3, or mu is minus 20 by 3. This is mu, this is lambda, that is 7 by 3, right? I have the values of mu and lambda, so just substitute over here. What I get? It is 7 by 3 times 3x plus 2 plus mu is minus 20 by 3. 20 by 3. Now replace this with this expression. Let me do it. I have the values. So what I am going to do is I will replace 7x minus 2 with this expression. So I get 7 by 3, 3x plus 2 minus 20 by 3. Right? What I have done, I have replaced this with this expression into under root of 3x plus 2 dx. Now look, it becomes so simple. That is 7 by 3, its power is 1, its power is half. Multiply. I get 3x plus 2 raised to power 1 plus half, 3 by 2 minus 20 by 3 here into 3x plus 2 raised to power half dx. Now 7 by 3 is constant out, that is 3x plus 2. It becomes 3 by 2 plus 1 divided by 3 by 2 plus 1. Ax plus b raised to power n. Ax plus b n plus 1 upon n plus 1 minus of 20 by 3. It is 3x plus 2 raised to power half plus 1 upon half plus 1 plus c. This is the answer. Now look how the sum becomes so easy. Replace this with lambda times 3x plus 2, right, plus mu. So find the values of lambda and mu, replace it, open the brackets. Just I have used this formula. Ax plus b raised to power n dx is ax plus b raised to power n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus c into a. I have used this formula. Now here also 3x plus 2 raised to power. I have to multiply this with 3. I have to multiply this with 3 because the coefficient of x is a. I have done it. Now this is the way how we do the sum. This kind of sum, linear into under root of linear. Now type number 2 of today's lecture. I hope you have gone through my first lecture on indefinite integrals. As I have already said, it's a very important chapter from examination point of view, right? Any competition, whichever you give, this will be there. Now the next type is this. It is f dash x upon fx dx. It's a very simple type. The derivative of the denominator is in the numerator. The answer is simple. It's log of fx plus c. Right? Now let me do a question on this also. On this type. Yeah. Question is simple, a very simple sum. 2x plus 5 divided by x square plus 5x minus 7 dx. Now function is x square plus 5x minus 7. Its derivative is 2x. Let me derive. Let me differentiate the denominator. What I get? It's simple. 2x plus 5. The 2x plus 5 is in the numerator. What will be the answer? Log of x square 5x minus 7 plus c is the answer. I have used this concept. The integral of f dash x upon fx, the derivative of the denominator lies in the numerator. Answer is only log of fx plus c. Now, next type we will discuss, I would like to do with you is this. Now it is in multiplication. That is f of x raised to power n into f dash x dx. Answer is simple. Function का derivative is this raised to power n. Just integrate the function using x raised to power n wala formula. This is the answer. This is the answer. Fx raised to power n, f dash x, fx raised to power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus c. This is the answer. I would like to do another question of from this type with you students. Now it is say right. Question is integrate 3x plus 1 divided by 3x square plus 2x plus 1 raised to power 7 dx. Now let me have the derivative of, let me first transfer this term to the numerator. It becomes 3x square 2x plus 1 raised to power minus 7 into 3x plus 1 dx. Right? Now what happens? This is fx raised to power n. Its derivative should be here. So what is the derivative of 3x square plus 2x plus 1? It is 6x plus 2. Here it is 3x plus 1. So what I will do? divide and multiply by 2 to get its derivative. It's minus 7, right? If I multiply this with 2, I get 6x plus 2 dx. Now I have the formula fx raised to power n into f dash x. Its derivative is already there, so I can write this as fx minus 7 plus 1 minus 7 plus 1 plus c. I have just to integrate the function, that is minus 7 plus 1 divided by minus 7 plus 1 plus c. This is another type of integral. Now, the next type is another type, a very very important type is like, say I have another type, integral sine mx cos nx dx. ठीक है? Now there is one rule for it. If the exponent of sine x is odd, this is odd, ठीक है, then put cos x equals to t. If the exponent of sine x, that is m, is odd, then put cos x equals to t. Next is, if the exponent of cos x is odd, if n is odd, then put sin x equal to t, right? And if both are even, that is either one of them is even, then we can substitute any one of them. If m or n or both are even, right, then we can put any one, that is either sin x equals to t or cos x equals to t. These are the conditions which you should follow, right? M is odd, put cos x as t. N is odd, put sin x equals to t. If m or n or both are even, then sin x or cos x equals to t. Now I will do a question for you based on this concept. Question is, integrate sin cube x into cos 4x dx, right? Now the power or the exponent of sin x is odd over here, that is 3. So let me write it as, spread this, sin square x cos 4x into sin x. I can write like this. Now change this into cos square x, that is cos x. I can write sin square x as 1 minus cos square x. This is as such sin x dx. Open the brackets, cos 4x cos 6x sin x dx, right? Now the exponent of the sin x was odd, so what we did, cos x equals to t minus sin x dx equals to dt, or sin x dx equals to minus dt, right? So what my sum becomes, here I will write t to the power 4, I will write t to the power 6 into minus dt, I can write this. So it becomes negative t to the power 4 dt, minus minus becomes plus t to the power 6 dt, and now I will simply integrate and get my answer, where t is equal to cos x. I will write the value of t as cos x to get the final answer. Now hope you have understood and the types which are discussed today of indefinite integrals. Many more types are still there. I will discuss in my subsequent lectures. Till then, watch my videos on this very chapter. Enjoy yourself. Thanks.